Hi everyone, I'm Seth.
Hi guys, I'm Monique.
And this is
Gay Math. The Gay Math Podcast.
With Seth
And Monique.
This is Gay Math.
Okay.
With Seth and Monique. Hi everyone. Hi.
Hello.
We're back. No need to panic or freak out. Your two favorite people are back.
We're back for another episode, right on time this time.
You're welcome.
It's like we almost can do one episode after another.
It's, I know it's a big shock to everyone, but we can in fact be consistent.
Yeah.
So, here we are.
Yeah.
Ready to talk about some Mormons.
Yes.
So get ready.
Yes. But before we get started, hi everyone, I'm Monique.
And I'm Seth.
And this is
Gay Math Podcast.
Yay.
Yay. We've got our 400 ounce sodas in honor of Cheers. So pour you a big gulp, go to 7-Eleven and get the largest size. This is actually, in fact, not the largest.
No, this is insane though. Like it's like fully the size of my head.
And this is the extra large. There's a double extra large as well. So go get you a double extra large.
Yeah. But if you're concerned, don't worry. This is Coke Zero.
Yes, no sugar. No sugar around here.
So unfortunately, we're not. We are cosplaying the Mormon wives. Unfortunately, we aren't at their level though.
My body will not be intaking.
No.
What was it? I looked at the bottle of, was it Sprite?
Oh yeah, Sprite.
It was like
cherry lime or
64
something.
grams of sugar.
No.
In one beverage.
No, that's
when
not
the
okay.
non-sugar one tastes the same.
Yeah.
And actually, I prefer it.
I prefer Sprite Zero. I like Coke Zero better.
Yeah, it's less like syrupy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can't tell from the title, from everything we've said, we're going to be talking about the secret lives of Mormon wives.
Yeah.
Season 2 in specific.
Yes. So basically, guys, we did an episode on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 1.
And if you didn't see it already, you're fake and you hate us.
Yeah. So basically, we're just going to recap the first season, kind of chat about it a little, like where we left off with all the girlies. And then we're going to get into season 2. And if you want a more in-depth review or chat about that season, go watch that episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched season 2, obviously, we're going to talk in depth about it. So
don't watch this.
Yeah. If you want to see the show and have no spoilers, go watch it. It's 10 episodes. It'll take you a couple days. Power through it and then listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot of thoughts. I love reality TV. You do, I feel like.
I do. I just don't watch it as much as I used to. But I used to do like Kardashians. I used to watch The Housewives occasionally.
Yeah.
I used to do like, what is that one? Are You the One? That dating one?
Yes.
Love Island. I love Love Island.
Yep.
But I know. The UK one I love the most. Because to me, the only really good US season was last season.
Yep.
With like Leah and like Serena and like Janae. All those people, so good on TV.
Yeah.
Incredible.
The other American seasons are flops.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of insane how like crazy different they are, especially this season. It's a little wackadoodle, but
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like reality. I don't love the dating ones as much, but I just finished 16 seasons of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Watched every episode. Now I'm on Below Deck, which is
I love
so good.
Below Deck.
Yes.
I've never seen a full episode. I usually watch the clips on like TikTok and stuff, but like Below Deck is like actually insane.
No, it's literally crazy. I'm already on season 2. I started it like 2 days ago, so don't judge me there. But that's all I do is watch reality. So this is right up my wheelhouse, and especially like we're obviously not Mormon, but we were we grew up in the Christian church, so like I feel like this to me, I'm like it's something I can kind of understand a little bit more. Like Below Deck, I don't know anything about living on a boat or like, but this I'm like my story is being told. Those are not that we're Mormons, they're crazier, but
Yes, there are some parallels, which I think is what drew me to this as well, because there are kind of like some parallels in the way like you're supposed to like live your life. Obviously, there are some things that are completely different.
Right.
Like we don't have to wear garments as Christians and stuff like that, but like
yeah.
there are some things, lifestyle, way of life, where it's kind of similar. So
yes.
yeah, we can for sure relate.
Yep. So we're gonna be chatting about it. The show is Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yes.
So it's like about this group of girls in Utah.
Yes.
And they call themselves Mom Talk. They're like
Yes.
the OG, because I think that's now like a thing.
Yeah.
But they were like the OG Mom Talk group of friends. They would make TikToks together, post about it. And then there was a scandal. And that's how we got to the television show.
Yes. So basically we have Taylor, Macy, Jen, Michaela, Whitney, Layla, and
Did you say Jesse?
Jessie.
Oh, yeah.
And Demi.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
So
that all of them?
yeah.
And Miranda. But
Miranda's in this season.
Right.
So yeah, that's all the girls that we meet starting off with. And these girls, like Seth said, have created this thing called Mom Talk. Taylor is the one who kind of like, she's like kind of at the forefront of Mom Talk. One, because she kind of like, she's almost seems like the glue in a way, or kind of like the face of it.
Yes.
But also because there was a scandal involving her, I think that's also why she's the most known. And it was like this whole like swinging conversation. Were these Mormon wives like swinging with each other kind of thing?
Yes.
And basically in the first season, we follow their lives like post
scandal.
Yes, post scandal, right when this drops, everyone's talking about it. And like we also see like how these girls are like mixing their lives being Mormon and also being like Mom Talk and making TikToks and living in the 21st century.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And
being like progressive Mormons.
Yeah.
Which is, we'll get into all of it. It's interesting to see that kind of thing, especially like we said, having been in the church, the Christian church, which Mormons are Christians. So like, again, parallels. So it's just interesting seeing them do essentially what I did when I was in the church, like being like, I don't believe all these weird kind of scary, crazy things. I'm just like a normal person who also believes in this. So it's just interesting to see.
Yeah. And basically in the first season, the big things that you'll need to remember, like when going into this, is that Whitney has kind of like left the group. She's exiled herself, but kind of the whole time is having problems with everyone, kind of leaving everyone in the dust. Also kind of not being the best friend.
Yes. And definitely at the end, it was very much like, Whitney, we hate Whitney. She's the worst. Like it was very much like she was the enemy of the whole season. And like, she got ixnayed out of Mom. Like it was kind of like, did she get ixnayed or was she like, did she leave? Like she kind of, it seems like she got kicked out and then was like, I'm done with Mom Talk to try to like save face. But so that was kind of the highlights, I guess, of where we left off. There was like scandals. Yeah, there was like Taylor and Dakota were trying to figure out if they're going to be together or not. Taylor got pregnant. They had their baby. Yep. And then the one other thing, the really big thing, was Jen and Zach. Are Jen and Zach going to be together this season? Yeah. Like what happened with their marriage? Are they moving to New York because Zach is supposed to go to medical school? And I think those three things are probably like the biggest things of the first season. Yeah, definitely. I feel like this season, there were more scandals. There was more tea. There was more fights, more drama. 100% this season was like way more dramatic. And also, I think in this season, we saw less of them like being Mormon. I feel like in the first season, we saw them like, what did they do? They went to a baby blessing. Yeah, the baptism. Yeah, like, they did. They talked a lot about being Mormon more so in the first one. This one was more trips. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but in the first episode, I had a prediction. I was like, this show is going to blow up and we're going to watch them from season 1 to season 2. As the seasons progress, they're going to go on more expensive trips. You're going to see them get more rich and more famous. And that's exactly what happened. This season, there were private jets. They were going on. What was the last trip? the last season, the trip they went on was like Vegas. This one, they like New York, they were here, they were there. I was like, yep, that's exactly what I figured. When the reality show, like season 1 is always so different, like especially when it blows up and they start making a ton more money. So it was interesting to see like them on jets now, and it's just funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so this season 2
just came out,
and it kind of opens up. I feel like at the beginning we kind of are figuring out, and I think a lot of the first couple episodes are around, for sure, Jen and Zach, but also Taylor, mainly kind of focusing on Taylor and Dakota's relationship. I think literally maybe it's the first or second episode where we see like Taylor talking to her family about Dakota and kind of like what's going on between them. And honestly, this is like one of the things that I had like written down. Because it's like quite literally at the very start of like the season. Taylor trying to figure out how she feels about Dakota. And then also having to confront her family. And
which just her family, like, and in season 1, like, Taylor had a baby shower and Whitney didn't come. So Taylor's mom called Whitney. And like, so from season 1, we kind of saw like, oh, her family's a little.
They're like, a little.
Why would you? Why would if my mom called someone I was having drama with, I would be like, Mom, what the fuck? Why did you call them? So like, we already knew like their family was a little like, but this one, we really got to see them go in on Taylor. Which was like literally insane.
No, so literally, that's literally the first thing I wrote in my notes. Like, Taylor's family is quite literally, I want to say maybe the worst people ever. Like, because it's not even like they're like talking about like, hey, we want the best for you. This is why we're like coming at you in this way. It's like they're like blaming her for her situation.
Literally.
They're blaming her. They're also her dad or like her stepdad, who also has raised her from when she was young, I guess. I'm not sure like the age he came into her life, but like this man is now like screaming at her in a way, telling her like, what does that say about you, slut shaming her, blah blah.
Like, you slept with this, this is all your fault, you slept with him, that's what you get, you should have like going in on her. First of all, at a family dinner, everyone is there, in front of not only Taylor, Dakota is also there. Why is Dakota there though? Did Taylor invite him? No, the family went. But if my family, if I had an ex that I was fighting with and my family invited him to a family dinner to attack me, no.
Also, what's crazy is like, it's not even like just the dad and the mom, like the brother is like chiming in,
the sister's
chiming in, and like you can kind of see that her sister is kind of the only one who's like, for you, like, I like, let's calm down, like, everyone, for you, like, I think this is what you should be doing, blah blah blah, like, I want you to care for yourself. Meanwhile, her entire family is like, well, this is what you get, like, you should have known better, like, you weren't married,
not
like,
just like, hey Taylor, like, you maybe didn't act appropriate, like you are a slut for this, like, you deserve, like, going in on her. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And I literally wrote down like that they're disgusting, because
it's like that was unacceptable.
No, for sure unacceptable. One, because like she's a grown-ass woman,
she's
and
30.
like, I get like she's made mistakes, but also I'm your kid, so like, don't like fuck like fucking tell me I'm a piece of shit, basically. And then you're big upping this man who I'm actively telling you in this moment has slept with other women,
cheated on me.
You invited this man into our home that I grew up in, whatever the fuck, I don't know, but you invited this man into our home to have dinner as a family. He's cheated on me actively when I've had his kid.
Literally.
Are you insane?
Actually insane. Like her family's her biggest op in that moment. I was like,
yeah.
And I'm sure we'll talk about like towards the end, but at the end we see like Taylor's mom go on this brigade to be on like Taylor's defense and defend her. I was just like, how can you go from like literally attacking her in front of everyone and cameras and this to being like, I'm her biggest supporter, like I'm ride or die for Taylor, like I'm gonna protect her and stand up for her, but you're like literally going in on her and attacking her and inviting a man that cheated on you into their home for dinner when Taylor specifically was like, I don't want him there. Like, and I don't know, I just like, if you were like, I'm fighting with this man, I would be like, fuck this guy. And then if the next day you were like, we worked it out, it's fine, I'd be like, okay, good. Like, whatever you want, I'm gonna support you on that, especially if you were my daughter. Like, that's just insane.
And like, also like, so we see this family event happening, right? And then we move on from this. And basically a lot of the first episodes are like Taylor and Dakota like trying to like figure out their relationship.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, like, Dakota is the stupidest man like I've ever met. Like, not even met, but like
like seen or
like, he's just like, not only like after this conversation with her family, who's basically like supporting him and saying like fuck you to her, but like during that conversation he's like deflecting the entire time. He's like, but what you did to me, what you did. And she's like, okay, but you're not also saying what you did. Like, what I did is in response to how you've acted. And then also like when they're sitting together on the couch like having this conversation, he's once again is deflecting, saying like, but you did all this stuff, you hurt me. And she's like, you literally fucking cheated on me. What do you mean? Like, you told me like we were gonna be together and you were fucking another girl. Like, you came over, had sex with me, left, and then had sex with someone else. Like, what do you mean? Like,
and not like a one-off, like an ongoing cheating on her. Not cheated, cheating actively, and then was like, I'm mad at you for how you've been treating me lately. Or I'm mad at you for, like, what? You're the one who cheated on her.
The entire time in the first couple episodes, Dakota is clearly deflecting everything and blaming Taylor. And it's easy for him to do this because what he's telling his friends, what he's telling Taylor's family, everyone is backing him up. Versus Taylor is quite literally on her own, it seems like.
Fully.
Because like, if not even her own family's gonna have her back, that's crazy. And I think the only one who does is Macy. Who's like, I don't fucking like Dakota. I don't like how he treats you. Ever since the first season, she's like, I don't want you to be with this guy. And like,
fully the whole time has been like, I don't like him. Remember wasn't it the end of the first season they were having like, wasn't Macy the one who kind of found out that like Dakota cheated? Like, that was kind of how it ended. Like, honestly, Macy's a real bitch. Like,
she really is. She really is.
From start to finish, she's like one of my favorites. Like,
100%.
We'll get into it. Season 1, I had a certain favorites. That has completely changed. Macy is just like a consistent. Same with like Michaela and Layla. I feel like those three, I'm just like. And honestly, I like Jesse too. I have no qualms with Jesse.
No qualms with Jesse either.
It's just Demi, which we'll
we'll get there.
Get into that. But yeah, Taylor and her family, it honestly though was pretty telling, you know, seeing Taylor react at, you know, the Halloween party. And was it that? I got confused because there was a Halloween party and then a Saints and Sinners party, which were two different things. But just when you have two costume parties, they kind of like run together. But whatever party she had that fight with, what's that guy's name?
Oh, Chase.
Oh God.
The guy that was like supposedly. So in this season, so now that we're on Taylor and Dakota, we'll get into like something else that happened at the first episodes as well, because Jen and Zach are basically at the beginning of the season and they kind of aren't in the rest of it. But basically, we also see that in one of the first episodes, literally, we're introduced to Miranda, who is Taylor's ex-friend. Who
she was not in season 1.
Not in season 1. She originally was in Mom Talk, that was on TikTok only. in Mom Talk with Taylor. However, they stopped being friends because she was the girl who Taylor like was saying, oh, this is the person that I was having like, you know, swinger stuff with,
making out with, and hooking up with, like, it was couples. So it was Taylor's couple, not Dakota. It was pre-Coda.
Yes.
Coda? Pre-Dakota. And then this Miranda and Chase. And basically, like, we see Chase okay, so Jessie throws this party.
Right.
And she's like, because Taylor and Miranda, obviously not friends anymore, because Taylor exposed the swinger situation and Miranda was like, I want nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So then Jessie throws this party and she's like, I'm going to invite Miranda and I'm also going to invite Taylor. And then I'm also going to invite Chase because he's dating one of my friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, babe, what are we doing? Why are we inviting Taylor, Miranda, and Chase to the same party? And Dakota was there too.
Yeah. No, clearly like that was like very messy of Jessie. And I honestly think like, and we'll get into this more later, but like I honestly think she was influenced to do that by Demi. And I think a lot of this season we see Jessie like with Demi and then after not hanging out with Demi and how different she is. Yeah. Not even just like a different person, but just like her attitude, I feel like, towards like situations.
Which also too, I think for sure that, but there's also moments of this season when like, you know, kind of the producers are like, like, of course she's going to invite these people to the, like, I mean, we're filming a TV show here. Like, if everyone got along and it was sunshine and rainbows, we wouldn't have a TV show. So there were moments I was like, well, of course they're going to be like, I hope Chase doesn't show up. Like, of course he's going to come. Like, of course there's going to be a big drama blow up fight. But you're right. Jessie did. Yeah. It was really cool to see her at the end post to me, like, so, which we'll get into. But that was kind of the set up for the party. All exes are there. Yeah. And like, so I just don't even know how it went from like 0 to 100.
Basically, it was like, and you know what? Like you said, like I really feel like based on everything that's happening since we're like on Taylor and Dakota right now, from how Taylor's family reacted to how the people around her are reacting, is an example of why she's so standoffish with Dakota whenever like we see them. Yeah. So at the party, basically, I guess like Taylor and Dakota had been fighting like throughout the season. They're fighting like off camera. So there's some things that we're not seeing. Yeah. Basically.
But apparently their friends say this, they say this. They fight all the time. They're like good one day, horrible the next. Good one day, horrible the next. They like fight all the time.
Yeah. So then at the party, I guess like Dakota comes, even though Taylor doesn't want him there, and they kind of like are making glances at each other. And I think that's like what sets her off. Yeah. Because then she also sees him talking to Chase, who's then made up all these lies about Taylor.
And Chase was the one. Okay, so the swinging scandal that happened and why Taylor told all of this is because they would get together as couples and drink and make out. But Taylor went to the gym one day and Chase approached her and said, I have feelings for you. I'm in love with you. And Taylor was like, I'm married and you're married. Like, what the fuck? That's kind of the like history behind Chase and Miranda. Like, it wasn't just that they were swinging together. Like, Chase professed his love for Taylor after they started like swinging, and Miranda and Chase got a divorce because of Chase had feelings for someone else. So like all of this history, and we invite all of them to one party and they're the same roof.
And like, basically like what's happening here is the fact that like Dakota's kind of taking Chase's side. And like, instead of sticking up for Taylor in this situation, which if you want to be in a relationship with me, you should be sticking up for me. Because the entire time while this is happening, even though they're fighting, even though they're going through this, Dakota continuously says, I want to be with you. I want to be with you.
I want to fight for this. I want to go to therapy. I want to work on it. I want to be together.
But then does not support her the entire time this is happening. And like, So basically, also, like, the thing is, like, everybody apparently also knows what type of person Chase is. Like, Layla's chiming in saying, you're a fucking liar. Like, she's like,
they all know.
They all are coming.
He's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, they're all coming at Chase because they're like, we know you're not telling the truth. And you know what I have to say about Taylor? If Taylor is anything, she's not a liar.
Yeah.
Taylor has never lied throughout this entire season and throughout the first season. And she even says it herself. I am the one who's showing my real, genuine, honest life.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why she gets frustrated throughout the season at these girls because like she's like, I'm the only one who's actually showing my life. Yeah. And you guys are benefiting from this and you're making money and you're demanding more money, but I'm the only one who's actually showing my life and saying that we were swingers, like sharing things good and bad. My arrest was on camera. Like everything that's happened is on camera. I'm honest. Like, and none of y'all, that's kind of also why she's kind of the forefront, is because she's actually the one who's opening up. And you can say whatever you want about Taylor. She's confrontational. She fights. She's a real bitch. She's going to say what she feels and what she thinks and like is going to stand 10 toes down on that, whether it's good or bad. Like, no, she's not going to lie or.
Yeah, that's why I love her. And that's why like throughout the season, like no matter what's going on, like I'm kind of like, I consistently was always on her side.
Yeah.
Except for like the CMA thing, I was like, that was definitely an overreaction, which I understand her point of view. So basically, like, to continue with Taylor, one of the other big situations that happens, and this will tie in more later when we talk about Demi, but basically another situation that happens is like Taylor gets invited to the CMAs. This is a big thing, and nobody reacts on her like Instagram posts or her TikTok. They're not like commenting or anything. They're only saying things privately.
Right. Which, no one's like commenting on her posts. Like, I went to the CMAs and so she gets her feelings hurt and like she posts about it.
Yeah, she like blasts all of them online.
Right. Which even like towards the end of like the whole Demi Taylor fight, like Taylor was like, this isn't a big deal. Like she was like, I overreacted and like, I don't even care about that. What I care about is how insane you became after that. Like what happened, me talking publicly about the CMAs, the whole CMA thing, like it wasn't a big deal at all. And you've made it into a big deal. So like, I think she did have like, maybe she was upset and posted about it. But then afterwards she was like, guys, I'm sorry. Like but also again, you guys are on a reality show. Like, I don't know. You're signing up for like your fights to be online. Like, I don't know. I just am like, if she wants to kind of be like, I'm annoyed at my friends in public.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are on a reality show together.
And I do understand her point of view in the sense of like, oh, none of you were on your phones.
You're right.
Your job is literally to be on your phone, and none of you were on your phones. Yes, I get that you were congratulating me privately, which does matter.
Absolutely.
That matters so much because people can congratulate you in public and never congratulate you in private. And to me, someone telling me like privately how proud they are of me or whatever means so much.
Yeah.
But again, their job is to be on the internet. Their job is to be online. And if the optics of it, I understand. If nobody's like reposting, commenting, and this is like your job, the optics for sure look weird. So I get it. Was it an overreaction? For sure it was. Course.
And but Taylor said that. Her mom even said that. Like she just was overreacting and being petty and annoying.
Right.
But again, it wasn't a big like, and we'll get it, of course, with like we said, we'll get into Demi and Taylor. But once like Taylor owned up to that and apologized, all the other girls were like, that's all we wanted to hear was you say, I'm sorry, I overreacted and I won't do that again.
Yeah.
That's how big of a deal the situation was. All she needed to do was own up to it and apologize. And she did that and we should have moved on.
Exactly.
But Demi couldn't, which we'll get into because Demi was like, one of the ones, again, season 1 we were talking about, that was a favorite that's kind of flipped up. But yeah, I mean,
I I think before we talk about Demi, we should talk about Jen and Zach,
because they're not in the end of the season.
And then also this also has something to do with Demi. So basically, after we see all this stuff unfold with Taylor, in the beginning of the season, we also see Jen and Zach. So in the last season, we don't know if Jen and Zach are going to be together. One, because they clearly have had some issue in their relationship due to the Chippendales thing. Zach is gambling, but then also trying to control Jen at the same time. So it's kind of like they have a tumultuous relationship.
Definitely.
And in the second season, we found out they did separate, which I am so happy and so proud of Jen for doing that, because when you're religious in any way, divorce or separation is frowned upon. And a lot of the Mormon wives are divorced from other people. They're married to new people. But it's not something that you take lightly.
No.
In any way. So the fact that she was like,
and they have kids together. It's a whole different thing.
So the fact that she's like, I need to take time and I need to protect myself, like, for sure, like, is a good thing. And I'm happy for her. But, like, to me, like, watching them interact, like Jen and Zach, you can clearly see that he's still a horrible person. He's like, I'm sorry for how I made you feel. Not I'm sorry for what I did.
For what I did. I'm sorry that it caused you to have a reaction. That's not an apology.
I'm sorry that, like this is the outcome of what happened because of something I did. Not I'm sorry that I did it at all.
I shouldn't have done that. It was like, I hate that this happened. And the whole thing from last season was because of the show, they went to a Chippendale show and he was upset with that and saying the most horrible things to her. I don't love you. You're a disgusting human being. I regret marrying you. I regret having children with you. Like, you're a piece of garbage. Like, I hate you type stuff. Not just like, I'm disappointed that you did this thing.
No, he's like questioning her character, questioning her ability, like, to be the mother of his kids, like, kind of thing. Basically saying, I don't love you anymore. I don't feel connected to you. So clearly that's something that, like, needs to be addressed. And here's my thing about Jen. Like, I love her and she goes through a lot. Like, she's actively having, like, breakdowns. She also, we find out, which of course at first I was so happy for her that she was doing her own thing in her own house away from him.
When it first started, I was like, yes, Jen, girl. Thank God. Like, and the season kind of ended, like, with her having some issues with the girls because, like, what she was telling them and what Zach was doing wasn't adding up. It wasn't matching. She was telling the girls one thing and Zach one thing, and, like, it started to kind of be like, is Jen even, like, telling the truth? Like, what's going on with that whole situation?
But honestly, here's my thing. To me, and it's never okay to lie to your friends, but also I do understand in one way of, like, you don't tell your friends everything about your relationship, because when you do, that's when they are, if you tell your friends everything about your relationship, they then are allowed to comment on it.
Absolutely.
Because you've opened it up to them. And I think that's what you learn. I feel like that's something you learn a lot about in the church, is like, when relationships problems happen between you and your spouse, you keep them to yourself. So that way nobody has the ability to come into your relationship. And I remember that specifically because someone I knew in marriage counseling told me that the pastor told them to not tell people what was going on in a relationship, which is not exactly the healthiest thing, but at the same time, like, if you are sharing so much, then people are either not going to like your partner.
They're going to form their own opinions, especially because, like, when, again, as we mentioned, the whole Chippendale situation, like, what Zach said to Jen, like, she showed the girls the text messages of this man being like, you're a literal garbage human being. I hate you. Like, if you showed me that your husband was saying to you, I would be like, fuck him. Like, fuck that guy. Of course. And then Jen was, like, upset that the girls didn't like Zach and weren't supportive of her getting back together with him. But it's like, they read the most vile text from this man to you. Like, why would they? Of course they don't like him.
Yeah, which that's something like I understand her point of view of like when you're trying to like figure things out in your relationship, you don't want to only hear the opinions of people who clearly don't like your husband. So that's not helpful. But at the same time, like, girl, like he did garbage shit to you. So of course your friends who love and care about you aren't gonna wanna, like, they're gonna tell you don't be with that person, he's fucking horrible. And then also, like, to me the lying thing is like she seems to be lying out of protection because clearly his reactions are like they're at a different level. Like like the way he says things, like how he speaks to people is very demeaning. Like when he goes to talk with the guys during golf, he's like, I looked up to you, blah, blah, like saying all this like stuff.
It feels like he's better than everyone. Very condescending.
Yes. How he's speaking to Demi and Jesse. Very condescending. Like, you guys made this stuff up, and they're like, no, we actually heard this from your wife. Your wife told us this. Yeah,
that's what started happening. It was like because Zach met up with the girls without Jen, and they started talking about things, and they would say something and they would be like, well, that's because Jen told us this. That's why we think that. And he would be like, that's not what happened. Or, you know, I never heard of it. Like, Jen was clearly not telling them the same thing. So, like, they got together and it just was like, it kind of blew up a little bit.
Yeah. There's clearly a disconnect between the girls and between Jen and Zach and Jen and the girls, and it leads to them like having this like Jesse and Jen having a disagreement. But I think like the main thing about it is like Jen is like going through something deeper, and I think because she's lost her identity in the way of like, oh, my marriage isn't perfect, I'm questioning my faith, and then we find out she's pregnant again, which not the best thing to be when you're literally fighting with your husband.
Separated from your husband.
So I understand her also being like, I'm fucking scared, I'm pregnant, and I don't know where my what's happening with my family. So like very fair for her to kind of be like a little like, you know, scattered brain and also like lying, but I think she's only lying out of protection and self-preservation kind of thing.
I think they should have, which I feel like they came to this realization. I don't think when they signed the contracts, she knew that she was pregnant. They should have never done the show. Like she was not, like you said, it's not just her dealing with this drama. She was going through like way more than that. And like, I think finding out she was pregnant on top of everything sent her into like, her and Zach should have never been in season 2. They should have never signed up for it. But I think again, like she didn't know she was pregnant when they signed a contract, I'm assuming. So like that obviously made everything worse. And then they ended up like halfway through the season, Jen was like, I'm not filming anymore. And she's not in the second half of the season at all. So yeah, I think that is just like a really bad situation all around that like maybe shouldn't have been on camera, and like Jen realized that and they kind of pulled back from filming because she was going through like, you know, things with her pregnancy and crying every day and panic attacks and breakdowns. And
also I would like to say Zach throughout the entire time being like, this only happens when you're with these girls. These girls make you feel this way.
These aren't your friends.
Like, why are you even doing mom talk? This is stupid. So he still doesn't like the fact that she's doing mom talk. He's still coming at her for wanting to be a part of this thing, which makes her money, which is how she's the breadwinner of this situation.
Literally.
So he's still not being supportive in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So
no. And nothing's gonna
change unless they actually go to marriage counseling, and even if he gets a therapist, she gets a therapist, and then they do therapy together as well, because they're not communicating in the same way whatsoever.
No.
And it's clear because she's telling the girls one thing, she's then telling him another thing. So it's like, that's why there's so much disconnect and why everyone's coming at her. Because it's like they're hearing different things.
Which is fair for her friends to be like, confused and like, what is going on? We're hearing different things but also there's just so much going on there. And like, something else too that kind of kicked off the season, like their last name is Affleck, and the whole first season they were like, we're related to Ben Affleck. Zach is cousins with Ben Affleck. And then like the season starts and Zach is like, that's not true. Stop saying that. And it's like, what? Jen is like, that's all I've ever heard is that you guys are related to him. And like, now you're sitting here making me look crazy, being like, I never said that. Like, she said it on a TV show that they filmed that you probably watched. Yeah. You never mentioned it to, like, you also, now he's just suddenly like, no, that's not true. Why are you, stop saying that on the internet? Stop saying that on the show. It's not true. And she's like, what?
Like, literally what? And also, like, the last thing about Jen and Zach that I will say is, like, 100% really shady is Demi and Jesse getting together, doing the Chippendales thing.
Oh, God. Okay, so we talked about the Halloween party.
This is at the Halloween party.
There was a fight with Taylor and Chase, and then Chase... Which I guess that'll kickstart like Demi's thing. Yeah. So we'll get into that. So something else happens. And the whole time they're planning to like, because of the Chippendales thing at this party, they want their husbands to dress up like strippers and like dance on Jen to be like, look, Jen and Zach, they've grown from this. And obviously Jen and Zach, they don't take it well. No. It doesn't go well.
No.
But it's interesting because later... After the party, we find out that they went to Jen beforehand and said, we're going to do this. And there's video footage of her being like, that's hilarious. Oh my God, you guys have to do that. That's so funny. Like, totally, I love this idea.
Yes. And the one thing, the reason why this is bad is because Jen knew about it. However, I guess we'll talk about this at the very end when we talk about after drama, since right now we're only discussing the season. But there's a discrepancy between Jen and Demi on whether or not Jen knew the full thing or if she knew like half of it.
Yeah, like a half truth. Like,
did she?
They're gonna dress up like this and dance in front of everyone, or was it like you're getting a lap dance from our husbands?
So that's basically the discussion. She's like kind of like, yeah, you told me, but you didn't say it was only about me. And then also you didn't say like a Chippendale dancer was going to be there. You said it was your husband's, not like an actual Chippendale dancer. You didn't tell me I would be sitting in the middle and it's clearly about me and you're like poking fun at me.
Yeah.
Which, no, that's not going to end well. Like why? Like, and my thing is like, clearly like Jesse and Demi are doing this together because like, clearly you can see Demi is like steering this, like,
and it's their husbands.
Yeah, it's their husbands. And it's like my friend who's someone I'm very close with, their husband told them, you're disgusting, like I don't want to be married to you anymore. So I'm gonna poke fun at that situation, which clearly caused a lot of conflict in their relationship. I don't think that's the best idea.
No.
Unless they both know. And the thing is, too, as well, that Jen, after the fact, is saying that she knew, but she didn't tell Zach. And that's why Zach is very uncomfortable. Because he's like, okay, if you knew, you should have told me.
Yes.
And then that's why he also gets in a fight with Jesse and Demi. Because Jesse and Demi are like, your wife knew.
Yeah, we told her.
Whether she told you or not is not our fault.
Yeah.
We told her. But there's also the entire thing is kind of like, white lie on top of white lie on top of white lie.
Yes. All of these situations just put a spotlight on the fact that Jen is telling her friends and her husband two different things.
Yes.
And that's why she's getting herself into the situation. Again, maybe it's for protecting herself or whatever, but like to do that, you're putting yourself in a situation that's not going to end up well.
Yeah.
When you're telling your friends and your husband different things about what's happening or not. Like if she had just told him like, the girls want to do this stupid thing. They want to have their husbands like dress up and dance around me. No one's going to touch me, but they just want to show that you're, you know, we've grown from that whole situation. Let's just a heads up. I'm going to laugh it off and then we'll move on.
Right.
Like that would have solved literally all of this.
Yeah.
But for her to not even mention it to him, and then for her to be brought up in front of everyone and have these, which I watched the footage back. I mean, not I watched the footage back. I watched the show. Jen at the, was like, you guys didn't tell me the full truth, which you were mentioning, like they didn't tell her everything. Like, I didn't think your husband was gonna rub his tiny little on me, which no one touched her. Like, they danced near her and were like, from what I saw, what they showed, no one rubbed their on her. Yeah. That was a little bit much. I was like, Jen, that no one rubbed their on you. Yeah, and let's calm down.
Yeah, and here's like this is how we get into like the Demi of it all, because from one overreaction to another during the same Halloween party. So
in between the Chase and Taylor fight and the Chippendales stripper situation,
we also see that Demi apparently was touched by Chase,
which
she's saying she was shoved,
like inappropriately. Like, so Chase and Taylor are having this huge fight. Chase goes to leave and Demi's like, I don't know what she says, like, fuck off, like, get out of here. And he's like, says something in passing, and it looks like he's like just touches her, like, don't do that, sweetie. Like, he kind of is just like this. Yeah. That's what it looks like from the camera footage. Yes. That, all of this is on camera.
Right.
So then Demi immediately is like, he touched me, runs upstairs to her 6'5" giant husband, and is like, this guy inappropriately touched me.
Yeah.
He immediately sprints outside, finds this guy, and is like, what the fuck? You fucking touched my wife, which... props to him.
Yeah, no, that's how any husband should react.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But makes this whole scene, this fight, the cops get called.
Yeah. And then,
but it literally looks like he's like passing by her and just is like a hand on her, which don't touch her.
Yeah,
like,
don't
why are you doing
touch
that?
Like anyone, but like he didn't shove you, babe. He didn't hurt you.
He didn't grab your ass. He didn't squeeze your tits. He just touched you and said something as he was going by.
Right. And then throughout this whole season, so that's an example. That's example number one of Brett coming to Demi's defense.
Which as he should as a husband, right, but she didn't tell. She was, no.
So we see that, right? And throughout the season, we also see discussions of Demi and Brett on how their relationship is so perfect. And I think this is where Demi is coming from. She's coming from the place of, I'm so perfect, like my wonderful husband, like we have such a great relationship. Taylor's only like acting this way because she's jealous of me having a good relationship. Jen is lying. Clearly she also doesn't have a good relationship. So she's like kind of like on this high horse about having the perfect relationship, being in a good situation in her life.
Yep.
Meanwhile, everyone else is going through things and she's not. And then we see like things unravel with how Demi's relationships with the other girls are actually happening.
Yeah.
So,
and not just the girls, her husband.
Yes.
Everything's been so perfect with her friendships, with her husband, with their child, and this, that, and the other. And then we find out that it's not sunshines and rainbows.
It's actually not perfect. And you see, this is what I don't like about Demi. And and I'm sure overall we'll go over if we have any notes for the girls, but Demi, I'm sorry, if she has no haters, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, she clearly is like telling everyone, my wonderful husband, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They get a tip that like Brett possibly cheated on her.
Yep.
So that's one thing. And then when they go get, so they basically are going to have like, Layla's having this like Thanksgiving party, whatever. So when they go get this stuff, while they're not on camera, we see them have a literal fight. We can hear them having a fight.
They're in the store. They're like, oh, the party. We're perfect and happy. And then they walk out of the store. They're not on camera, but they're still mic'd.
They're mic'd up.
Yeah, and it's not good.
No, they're clearly like, Demi's kind of like, you're being crazy. Like, you're overreacting. And he's like, but you believe me, right? You get me, right? And they're like going back and forth.
Yes.
And it's clear their relationship isn't perfect. So this high horse that she's sitting on is not real.
No.
So she's
like, when they have this tip of Brett's cheating on her, she's like, please, he couldn't do that. We're together all the time. Yeah. And then they're in the store together and she's like, and the girl's got this crazy tip. Isn't that insane? And then he gets all defensive and he's like, what do you mean? Like, do you believe me, right? Like, and she's like, what? Like, I never, like I never even thought that it was a possibility, but now that you're getting all defensive, that's fucking weird.
She's like, I would only act the way you're acting if I actually did something.
Yeah, if I was innocent and that's just a ridiculous thing, I would laugh it off like I did.
Whatever, yeah. And so that's one of the things that clearly Demi's like not telling the truth about. So we can see that in one instance she's not telling the truth. Second thing is like she's going around like telling people about like at first she's only talking about Jen. She's like, Jen is lying. I don't trust Jen. Telling everyone how to feel about Jen. Oh, we shouldn't have Jen in this if she's not going to show up, if she's going to be lying to us. Like, let's kick Jen out. And this whole thing is like, she's like acting as if she's like running it.
Right.
Like she's like
the boss of a company or something. Like
she's like, this is our business.
Isn't pulling their slack, so we need to fire them.
Yeah, this is a business. We're doing like, ma'am,
this is a friend group.
I think we're gonna be okay. Like I think you don't have the authority to kick other people out.
No.
And like it really comes to a head when the CMA thing happens.
Yep.
Because like we said, like they're kind of having this argument. Taylor like apologizes.
Yep.
And then everyone else is like, you know what? That's what we were looking for. You apologize. Thank you so much. Like, let's move on. Like, thank you for like doing what we asked you to do. Like, be real.
Because again, it wasn't a big deal.
No.
Taylor overreacted. Shouldn't have posted it. She said this. It wasn't a big deal. I overreacted and shouldn't have posted that on the internet.
Right.
I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That's how it should have been. And that's how it was with every girl in Mom Talk except Demi.
Yes. And then Demi is kind of like, no, that's not enough. You're a psychopath. You're crazy, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And now we see also their relationship unraveling. And I think it really comes to a head before the Saints and the Sinners party, because we find out there's a separate group chat without Taylor where all the girls are actively talking shit. And she finds this out because Layla shows her the group chat.
Lets her read it word for word.
Which... Period.
Real one.
Period.
Yeah. She's like, do you want to read our group chat without you?
Without you, where everyone's been talking.
They weren't like, I'm annoyed at Taylor. No. They were like, she's a disgusting piece of garbage. Like, I hate her so much. Like, fuck her. She's out of... And this is mostly Demi.
Mostly Demi.
What we saw. But they are like, fuck Taylor. She's like, fuck Taylor. She's out of Mom Talk. Like, I'm sick of this. She's always like causing all this drama and giving Mom Talk a bad reputation. This isn't girls supporting girls. Like, all this stuff.
And like,
which
I wish, this is what I had this conversation with someone like the other day, like, because they were watching The Secret Lives like at work. I don't think any of these women, respectfully, I don't think they've ever met a real bitch in their life.
No.
Because they sit down at the Saints and Sinners party. They're having this conversation because it's finally time for Demi to like unleash her wrath, apparently, because that's what she's saying. She's telling everybody, I'm gonna like go hard on you, like prepare yourself.
No,
he literally said that.
Yeah, the situation we're talking about is all because Taylor posted like, none of my friends supported me. This is all because of that. She goes on this rampage. Taylor is done. She needs to be scared. I'm ruining her life. Like she's literally done with Mom Talk. She's done for like literally is like on this rampage to get rid of Taylor.
100%. And then she literally goes, goes at the Saints and Sinners party. They sit down. She talks about her kids. She talks about her arrest. She talks about Dakota. She talks about her family. This is how I know they've never met a real bitch in their life, because the minute you bring up my fucking kids,
done.
I'm so sorry. Like, I'm bringing everything you've ever done. Like, exactly what Taylor did, I would have done tenfold.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because what do you mean in front of all these people you're going to talk shit about my arrest that I'm not proud of, that you know I'm working on? Like, you're going to talk about my kids? You're telling me how to be a mother?
No. In front of everyone.
No, I'm actually gonna end you. Like, literally. I'm so sorry. Like,
and Demi kept being like, Taylor needs to be scared of me. I'm like, scared of you, babe?
Taylor, and what I love about Taylor is Macy is so right. Like, when she's upset, you can see it, like, in her eyes. Yeah. She, like, will get these, like, big eyes, and she'll be like, because I would have had to lay her out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think I would have, like,
I would have, I don't even know. Like, it would have been, like, Teresa Giudice style, like, up the Bad fucking table.
Club, like beating each other up.
Like, I would, like, get the fucking table and be like, what the, like, actually, I would lose my mind, because who are you talking to?
Literally.
Actually, who the fuck are you talking to?
Because Taylor said, none of my friends commented on my post, which is true. It was literally true. It's like, true. They were supporting her, but no one commented on her post or shared it or supported her publicly, which I get, as we talked about. Right. When this is your business and you support your friend, like you share it to your story, or you right. How hard was it to comment, so proud of you, girly?
Yeah. Like,
because some of them were like, I saw it, I just didn't comment on, like, so proud of you, girly.
Move on.
How long did that take me?
Right.
8 seconds.
Right.
And like, that's what all of, no, I would have like Demi by the throat, I fear.
Yeah. And like, it's just the way that she's talking to her. She's like demeaning her. She's talking about her mental health kind of thing. And it's like literally so disgusting.
Yep.
And I just want to say, like, for you to like bring up stuff like that, knowing I'm going through a hard time, is actually the most evil shit you can do.
It's evil.
So she is actually, like, she's a real evil fucking bitch.
She's because evil, plotting and scheming and trying to get, like, to every girl is like, we have to get Taylor out of Mom Talk. We have, like, on this literal, like, campaign to ruin Taylor's life.
Yes, literally.
Because she posted that. Like, it's actually insanity.
She needs to be held accountable.
We can't let this keep happening.
She's a cancer in this.
Yes.
She's the reason why Mom Talk is like, but I'm sorry, bitch. You wouldn't fucking be here unless I was here.
Literally.
I'm the OG. You wouldn't have this unless I did this for us.
Yes.
Because frankly, let's be for real. I don't know if any of you guys know this. Demi wasn't added into the show until after Taylor's arrest.
Yep.
Because they needed to cast more people, because they weren't sure if she was going to be able to film. So you wouldn't have even been here without me, babe.
Literally.
Like, I'm so sorry.
And
like,
none of them, as they've said throughout the whole show, none of them would be on the show if it weren't for Taylor.
No,
if she hadn't posted about the swinging scandal, no one would know who they are. No, if there wasn't the swinging scandal, which Taylor shared that on the internet for the first time, there would be no Mom Talk. Yeah. They would have their little few 100,000 followers, but they wouldn't have a Hulu original show, and like, no. And Demi is like on this campaign to not only get rid of Taylor, but it seems like she's just trying to be like Queen Bee of Mom Talk, which she's
also like talking about like how it's not a surprise that I was a fan favorite. Like,
which as we mentioned, we liked her season 1. She was a fan favorite.
I thought she was incredible.
I thought her. She was great. She was one of my favorite. Like, her and Jessie are besties. Yeah. But it comes out that like there was all this drama in between season 1 and 2, because when they went to sign their contracts for season 2, Demi was like, I deserve way more, or I'm not going to be on this. Like, I deserve to be paid the most because I was the most successful from season 1. I deserve more brand deals than you guys. I deserve to be paid higher than you guys. Like, I deserve to be the Queen Bee, the highest paid, the most opportunities than all of you.
And the reason why Jessie and Demi were fighting in one place, so they will end up fighting after Taylor and like Demi have this conversation. But we find out like in the middle, before they started filming, they did have a disagreement, because basically Brett was acting like a voice for all of the girls, and they all had agreed about this, but Jessie did not know, because she was doing her business, which by the way, she's a fucking business owner. Like this bitch has a real fucking business.
The rest of the girls are just like not stay at home, but they just do social media.
They just do social media.
From home, they only post social media videos.
I'm sorry, I have a literal business. Like I have to take care of it.
And it's like a big, like, especially from what we saw in this, it's like a legit business.
Multi-million-dollar business.
Yeah, like an empire.
Right.
That she's literally running and doing social media.
Right. So basically, Demi is like, Brett's saying like, oh, if we don't get this amount of money, we're going to walk. And Jessie did not know about that because she was not a part of the meeting. So basically, she logs on to the meeting and she's like, hey, don't speak for me. I don't agree with that. And then Demi was basically like, we should kick Jessie out because she said that we're not going to get more money. And Jessie already has a business. She doesn't need to be a part of it. We're kicking her out so we can get more money. So she was willing.
Which Jessie is her best friend.
Right. She's willing to get rid of her best friend so she can make more money. And then we find out from Taylor during this discussion when they're fighting that Demi's also been talking shit about Jessie's business, telling Taylor, don't go to Jessie Styles. Like, I don't know how they do hair. Like, their hair is kind of shit. And
go somewhere else to get your hair dyed. They're not going to do a good job. Like, I always tell people, don't go there. To her best friend's business, where Jessie says this. She does Demi's hair for free. She does all of their hair for free. She gives them all extensions, like, which that's like thousands of dollars.
And she's
like, every trip we go on, I have to do everyone's freaking hair. Like, I have to curl all. And they all have 100 inch hair, like pounds of extensions. Like, she's like, she does like all of their mom stuff. Like, Macy comes in and is like, oh, I came to get my mom hair. She just hands them to her. Like, she is giving them all this, like, their hair is like a big part of their brand, their personality. So, like, she's doing all this stuff for free, and her best friend, Demi, is shit talking it.
Yeah. And so we find out how evil Demi actually is. And one thing that sticks out to me is, like, Demi says in one of the confessionals, every single thing that has happened to Taylor in her life is because of her. So I was cheated on because of me. My husband left me because of me. Right. My boyfriend, who I had a baby with, got me arrested even though he clearly was physically assaulting me because of me. My family is horrible to me because of me.
The swinger scandal was my fault, even though Miranda's husband was the one who confessed feelings and kind of ruined the whole thing. Like,
and for you to say that this is all about women supporting women, that is the most disgusting thing for you to ever say about another woman who's clearly going through like emotional turmoil. She has like, I think she has like, she said PTSD or something. How dare you talk about me like that when you're supposed to be about women supporting women?
And that's what she keeps saying is like, we have to get her out. Like, this is all about moms supporting moms, girls supporting girls. Like, if she's not going to be that way, then she's out. And the way that she does that for literally every single person, they like have one little disagreement and she's like, they need to be out of mom talk. They're a cancer. They need to go. We need to rip them out and they don't deserve to get like, what?
No. And like too, like so we see them like kind of having this fight the whole season. It's about Taylor and Demi fighting.
Yes.
So one of the other times where it comes to a head is where Taylor's mom goes to the Christmas party.
Which Taylor's
mom is a freak. She's a fucking freak.
Literally a freak. And this whole thing, like, Taylor was in a group chat and Demi sent an invitation to a Christmas party. Taylor got a dress. She got prepared. And then Layla was like, I don't actually know that it would be good if you would be there. And she was like, I was literally invited in the group chat and like Demi didn't even know that she accidentally texted the wrong group chat and invited Taylor. But Taylor's mom is there and is like, well, what if I just showed up? And they're like,
she's a freak.
Don't fucking show up. Yeah. They're all just at this party. Taylor doesn't end up coming. Taylor's mom walks in.
Yeah.
Taylor's mom walks in with a gift from Taylor for Demi. And Demi and Taylor's mom sit down for a little chat.
First of all, I want to say Taylor's mom, or Taylor is the funniest bitch in the world for giving Demi Jesse Styles hilarious. Because you're talking shit about your best friend. Eat it, bitch.
Yeah, like, here's all of her products. And Jesse was like, no, I didn't give this to her. So she went and bought the whole package to give to Demi.
Yeah, hilarious. So you want to talk shit about your best friend. Let me remind you how much of a shitty bitch you actually are.
Yep.
Second, if I saw someone talk to my mom like that, I get my mom's a fucking freak.
Yeah, my mom's a freak.
Don't
talk to her that way.
Don't fucking scream at my mom. All of the girls sitting there and in their confessionals being like, you learn in the church to respect your elders. Yep. Like, I get she's weird for coming here. I get this is wrong, but how dare you speak to someone's mom like that?
Yeah, it was actually insane the way Demi, like, and I don't know, like, if Demi from season 1 she got this huge head, I think, and like she just thinks this season she can do whatever she wants, and everyone's just gonna be like, we love her. Mm-hmm. The way she acts is like not okay. No, she's like cussing at her, like acting like Taylor's sitting there, and like fighting her and saying these horrible things, and like, you need to be a better mother, and like all of the other girls are like, no. That's kind of, I feel like, the turning point when all the other girls were like, no,
that's not okay.
Don't speak to someone's mom that way. Like, I just don't understand why she couldn't have like taken the gift and been like, oh my god, thank you so much for dropping that by.
Yeah.
Do you want me to walk you out to your car? Like, I can get Brett to, like, why sit down with her and then cuss her out and like, it's just fucking weird.
It was literally so disgusting, and she's actually a disgusting person. And I think we really see the end of it, like when they all sit down to decide who's going to be a mom talk and not.
Yeah.
And the way that Taylor like casually says, Demi, no, and she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That was crazy. Idiot. I watched this today, so it's very fresh on my mind. But like, they're talking about like who should be in Mom Talk.
Right.
This is the like very end of the season.
Yeah.
Like, who should be in Mom Talk? All the OG girls sit down. Whitney's been trying the whole season to get back into Mom Talk, and they're like talking about like, should Whitney be allowed in or not? Then they talk about Miranda, like. And then what are they even talking about? Like,
so they're talking about like, basically they're talking about how like, can everyone coexist with Whitney? And she's like, Taylor's like, yes, I can coexist with Whitney. Demi, no.
And Demi's like, what the fuck? We're not voting me out of Mom Talk. What the fuck are you even talking about? And she's like,
calls her like an idiot or something.
Coexist with you? I didn't say we were voting you out. She was like, she just like immediately was like, why the fuck would you say you're voting me out? We're not even talking about that right now. She was like, I meant I couldn't coexist with you. Not, did I say I wanted to vote you out? I said, you on the other hand, I can't. Like, just immediately goes for her throat and like.
Yeah, and then Taylor does the thing that like, I feel like everyone's been waiting for her to do. Like, okay, you don't like me. You've been talking all this shit about me. Mm-hmm. And like, she's saying the things that she's read in Layla's, which I just have to say one thing about Layla. Layla, if you're gonna show the bitch the fucking group chat, you have to be like, oh, because I showed her the group chat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she's too middle of the road for me. Yeah. Like, I'm very much a middle of the road person. I don't like confrontation. I don't like fighting. But like, if I went to someone and showed them the group chat and they were like, I would be like, I showed it to her because you were saying disgusting, horrible things about her.
And I would back her up.
Yeah, I would be like, and not that I would like start fighting Demi, but I would just be like, yeah, I showed it to her because you were saying horrible things about her, and I thought it was fair for her to see.
Right. I'd be like, I get that we're friends, because we also find out that Layla and Demi are really close. I'd be like, I get that we're friends, but to me, you crossed the line, and she should know before walking into a situation what's going to go on. Like, she doesn't deserve to be attacked and not know what everyone is saying about her, because that's not fair.
No, that's not a fair fight.
So we find out Layla, Demi are really close. Mm-hmm. Taylor knows all this stuff because Layla showed her the group chat. And then at the end, you can see like Layla's visibly uncomfortable when Taylor's like saying like, I know all this stuff that you said about me.
Which Taylor was a real bitch. Like, it doesn't matter who showed me. All that matters is what you said and what I said. And that's what we're here to talk about. Which I was like, okay, she wasn't like, actually, it was Layla. She didn't like immediately. So I was like, okay, that is true. Like, it doesn't matter who it came from really, but it would have been nice. But the fight was like, no one was on Demi's side, and all the girls were very uncomfortable. It's like all the other confrontation, the girls have kind of been like,
exactly.
Oh, what's that tea? But this one, they were all like, I don't want to be here. This is like Demi was just like going for the fucking throat.
She's talking about her family. She's talking about like her like living situation, and then they're all like, now you're crossing a line into a place where this doesn't need to go.
Yeah.
So like, calm the fuck down.
Literally, she's on a like get rid of Taylor campaign, and she's like, you all like, we should vote her out, right? All of you think that, and everyone's like, no, I literally don't. She apologized, and
everyone is clearly like, we don't have a problem with Taylor. This is your thing.
Yeah,
you're the only one who's doing this.
She's like having a disagreement with someone and like expects the entire group to suddenly flip and hate her guts and kick her out of Mom Talk, and she's like, none of you are loyal to me. Like, what? And that's not loyalty.
No. And she's also saying like, if I saw someone treating my friends this way, how about how you're treating this person? You're being disgusting to this person. Yeah, I'm not going to be on your side when you're literally attacking this person's life. It's not even just her character. It's her life.
It's everything she's ever done. It's not like she's only bringing up the CMA thing. She's only bringing that up. She's talking about like everything, and everyone's like, but we're friends with both of you, so like we're not just gonna like it's not just one or the other. We're a friend group, so like because you guys are in a disagreement, we're not just gonna hate one person because you guys are having like a little fight. Like we're not on your side here. And she's just like, I'm on an island, no one supports me. I would support all of you in this situation. Like she's like, I don't even know if I want to be in Mom Talk anymore. They're like, okay.
And Taylor like, there's the door.
She's like, okay, if that's true, then, and you don't want to, if you said words out of your mouth,
right? If I'm in Mom Talk,
you don't want to be.
There's
the front door's right over there.
Bye. And then she literally leaves.
And then she gets up and leaves.
Because she's a dumb fucking bitch. I'm so sorry. Like,
no, it's been like.
It's
complete
actually
180 from season 1 to season 2. Like her behavior, it's just actually insane.
It's been so like disheartening to see how this woman swears she's like for women, she's for other people, but like is actually attacking this person like in such a disgusting way. And it's like, she has to be done. Like, because it's not even just Taylor is so right. You did it to Whitney. You did it to Jen. Now you're doing it to me, and you did it to Jesse. So clearly you have a problem. You think you can like sit on this high horse and come at everyone, but what you're doing is wrong.
Like fully 100% not in the right.
She cannot see that.
No, not at all.
She literally can't see that.
She thinks she's the hero, just like in season 1. I think she thought everyone was going to be like, fuck Taylor, Demi, we love you. Like, girl.
And
no,
And I really wish, I did write one note that like, I wish like that if there was one thing they would have done, I wish the girls did stick up for Taylor like a bit more, not in the sense of like being on her side, but being like,
this is not okay. Like, regardless of everyone's feelings, the way you're talking to her is not okay. The way that you're coming at her. Like, I wish someone would have at some point been like,
because
I'm not taking sides here, but you're out of line.
Yes, because clearly in the confessionals, we see them being like, Demi is in the wrong. Demi is not acting right.
We're good with Taylor. We want her in Mom Talk. She apologized. We're fine with that.
What she's doing is upsetting. How she's talking to her isn't okay. But they don't vocalize that in the moment. And it's kind of frustrating because it's like, you guys are actively saying that this isn't okay. But you're letting her still continuously do it every time. Instead of being like, okay, it's enough. Like,
at some point someone should have been like, this is not okay. Like the way you're coming at her, it's not about the CMAs anymore, and you've crossed a line. And I'm not like suddenly on, I hate you and think you should be out of Mom Talk, but you shouldn't keep talking to her and ripping her apart like this.
Yeah. And I think that's like the biggest like drama throughout the entire season.
Yeah, it's Taylor Demi for sure.
Taylor Demi, yeah. And I like that, like actually the whole time it made me so fucking pissed because I was like
from the like jump, I was like not good for Demi.
No, I was like, no, you're like actually being a disgusting human being.
Yeah, because the situation that kickstarted all of this wasn't a big deal. So the way she reacted, it was just automatically like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
But the season, and they fucking did this bullshit in season 1 where the last 5 minutes was this
Marciano
huge cliffhanger. And this one, Layla, you know, as I think we briefly mentioned, like something happened with Demi. Demi and Jesse went to Italy to film Vanderpump Villas.
And Jen was there as well.
Jen, Jesse, and Demi.
And Layla, I think.
And Layla was there. So it was the 4 of them. They go to Vanderpump Villas. And so at the end, Layla's like, there's all this talk about Demi like maybe having some inappropriate relationships with someone on this cast. So like, I'm going to go to someone who was there who I kind of like formed a connection with. I'm just going to ask him what happened. So this is literally the last scene of the whole show. She sits down with this guy who was there that apparently Demi kissed or flirted with, and like Jen brought it up multiple times and was like, but you cheated on your husband, and she was like, no, nothing happened. And so Demi sits down with this man to discuss what happened between Demi and what's his name? Marciano. And we get some motherfucking tea right at the end, bitch. Like he's like, he doesn't really even talk about the Demi situation. He's like, like we kind of flirted. Like I obviously thought she was pretty, and it's understandable. He was like, we weren't told much. We were told these swinger Mormons are coming who had a reality show, and they thought they were all open. They thought all this stuff because they didn't watch the show. They're in Italy. So like, it was just kind of funny to hear him say that. But he was like, you're asking me all about Demi, but he was like, but there's a bigger situation going on that like, have you heard any other rumors? Yeah. And she's like, what do you mean? Like Jesse? And he's like, yeah. And we find out some motherfucking tea, bitch.
Which, okay. I just have to say, like, I don't know, obviously don't know how true that is, but in a lot of the TikToks I've seen, like, after the fact, there's a discussion around this, like, whether this actually happened or not, like, whether this is true or not.
Yeah, and it's, again, like, when someone who's not in the show, not famous at all, like, has a moment where they come in and like give this tea, I'm just always a little hesitant. I'm like, are you just looking for your like moment? Are you looking for your like 5 minutes of fame? Just like Chase did. Chase came in and caused this huge drama and fight just to like get a little bit of screen time.
First of all, I don't trust anything this man says.
No, we don't know him. Who is this person? Like, you're a random. Like, I'm not inclined to believe him over Jesse.
Second of all, there was a lot of discussion after the fact, after the season came out, that Demi was clearly trying to drive this whole situation. She tried to drive the whole thing, that apparently she tried to like send a cease and desist to Jen because Jen was talking about what happened in Italy. She didn't want Brett to know. Apparently Demi also was gonna like have a storyline with Dakota. She wanted to like do that as well, make up a storyline. And that also she's kind of pushing Marciano to do this whole thing with Jesse to deflect from what is going on with her. So
which would 100% make sense.
I could see all that being true.
Oh, for sure. Especially with how Demi acted.
Because like clearly Demi's trying to hide things. She's trying to cover things up. And then also she's clearly trying to cover up the fact that her relationship with Brett is like not as good as it actually seems.
Literally.
So who knows if this is true or not, but that's what the season finishes on.
Yes. Layla
Marciano
says like, the rumors are true. I made out with Jesse. Not only made out with her, but we had sex many times, multiple times. Like we talked about meeting up again. Like it wasn't Yeah. They didn't flirt at the villa. Like, they had a whole relationship after. And Layla's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's how the season ends.
Yeah.
So, it ends on a big, huge cliffhanger. Did Jesse cheat on her husband with Marciano? Which, when I saw that man, I was like, that's a gay man. And then, like, I just, he seems kind of straight to me, but, like, just looking at him, I was like,
I just don't know. But this season was insane. Obviously, there are some things we didn't bring up, which there are some, like, honorable mentions. Like, Whitney, let me just say, I don't have much to say about Whitney. Still don't trust her. No. Still don't like her.
Still don't like your gay husband.
Clearly, the whole time, she's just, like, using the girls and being nice to get back on Mom Talk. And clearly Michaela's the only one who sees it. She's literally the only one who's like, are you guys dumb? Like,
yes. But does she go on a campaign to ruin Whitney's life? No. She's just, anytime she's asked about it, she's like, no, I don't really want her. I don't trust her.
She's like,
and she's not like fighting scream. She's just like, no.
She's like, you guys know how I feel. If you don't agree, whatever, but this is how I feel.
Yeah. She's not like, all of you have to hate Whitney, and if you let her in, I hate all of you and I'm gonna ruin your life. She's just like, I don't like her and I don't want her here, but I can coexist.
And we see the real reason why they're not friends. They talk about it, or Michaela talks about it. And I just have to say, for everyone who's like saying Michaela is doing too much, no, she's actually not doing too much.
Not at all.
He's setting a clear boundary. She's calling this person out because she can see right through them. When you're friends with a person for that long, you know when they're being genuine or when they're being a little weird. So for her to stand on business and continuously call out Whitney, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for Whitney.
No.
That, like, I don't care if she just had a baby and we should be like, no, she's still being a horrible person. But yeah, to finish up, just want to say, Michaela, big ups to her. So happy for her.
Michaela's one of my faves the whole time.
Yes, because she's honest. She stands her ground.
She has her boundaries.
She has her boundaries. They're clearly set. And we see her doing the work, like, throughout the season to change herself, to help herself.
Yeah.
And, like, being who she is and unapologetically being that person.
Yeah.
So my only thing to say about Michaela is loved her throughout the season. She's incredible.
Yeah. No, like, real overall thoughts with her. Like,
no. She's incredible.
Love ya, Toots.
Yeah. And then we also didn't chat too much about Macy, which incredible.
First of all, she's literally stunning.
She's beautiful.
Like, her hair, I know it's extensions, her hair, her skin, like, she's just, like, gorgeous. She's tall. Like, I'm just like, every time she's on screen, she just looks amazing.
No, she looks amazing.
Which I didn't even know. I watched the last episode today. Why was I sobbing? I was like, perfect. I'm so thankful I signed up to sob today about Macy's, like, not childhood, but her backstory, like
her and Michaela. So Michaela went through sexual assault
when she was like 13 or something. She was
really young. So it's so incredible to see, like, her, like, really grow as a person and really fight for herself more.
Yeah.
And then we find out Macy, her, like, boyfriend, who is the father of one of her kids, passed away, and we see her
very
like
tragically, and like they were 19 and she finds out she's pregnant. She tells him. Apparently they get in some huge fight. He dies in a car crash.
Right.
Literally traumatizing. Right. Like, I was like, can you imagine you find out you're pregnant and she said, my first love. Yeah. Her first love, her boyfriend, the father of her future child, dead. Dies in a car crash. Like, it was literally traumatizing for her, and I can't even imagine that.
And to, like, see her grow throughout this season and to continue to be, like, so strong. She also went through IVF, got pregnant. That's incredible. And then also is just, like, being like, I want to be neutral, but still being such a supportive friend throughout, like, with Taylor and Dakota, Taylor and Demi, and just also being real with everyone is like very incredible to see. So no notes on Michaela or Macy. They like literally were consistent and incredible throughout the whole season.
Yeah, and season 1 and season 2.
And to see them like grow as best friends and also be pregnant at the same time.
Yeah, I love that for them.
Cute. Yeah.
And then Michaela went with Macy to like the crash site. Traumatizing.
Yeah.
Literally traumatizing. But I love them, those two. Like they're
I'm so happy for that.
Yeah, I'm happy that they're both pregnant now. They're both so excited about it. And also like, we didn't even address this, the whole Demi situation with like,
that was a bit like,
that was too much. It was like, too much to like take that away from Michaela and Macy, something that they have been going through and trying for so long. Like it was too much. Like if you want to go afterward and cry and be have your moment, but to like, she ripped that exciting moment away from Macy and Michaela, and I didn't like it at all.
No, and my thing is like, if like you have trauma like surrounding like getting pregnant, because that is a hard thing to go through.
It's totally fair, and she's going through her own infertility journey. Like I totally understand that, but
don't participate in a pregnancy roulette.
And then start sobbing when you find out one of your friends is pregnant. Like that, one of the happiest things that someone can go through in their life. You're gonna ruin it and make it about yourself.
And also my thing is too, like, clearly it was also hard for Michaela to get pregnant as well, because she's also doing IVF
and has a chronic illness and has been going through her own things, and like they were like, we're so excited to tell the group about this. We want to do it in our own time, though, in our own way. And for them to then have to, Demi was like, who's pregnant? You have to tell me now. Like, what? No, I don't like how she handled that. Like, she should have been like, I'm not comfortable doing this. I'm not going to, I have so much trauma around this. You guys do it. And then I'll join after. Don't force people out to tell you they're pregnant. People want to do that in their own time, in their own way. Like, I didn't like that at all.
And everyone online was like saying like, oh, like Michaela and Macy should have just put water on their stick if they knew that they were pregnant, instead of like giving Demi the like hope that she would have been pregnant. But like don't participate in something that you know is going to trigger you. Like if you know going into this that this is going to make you upset, I'd be like, hey guys, like I'm going to sit this one out. I know it's a trend that we're seeing online, but like I just don't feel comfortable. Like,
you guys know my past with it. I would just rather sit this one out. Do you think the girls would have been like, no, fucking do it?
No, they would have been like,
absolutely,
of course, like we know this is hard for you. You don't have to take the test.
We'll all do it, and you just kind of like
or we can like give you a fake one, and like we'll like whatever, like if you want to still be in the video, like kind of thing.
Just pretend. No, it's nothing. Like no, that was one of the for me. I was like, no, I don't like how she handled that. How she made Macy and Michaela feel about their pregnancy, that they've also like. Can imagine if Demi finally got pregnant after her own infertility journey, and then Macy starts sobbing and is like, you have to tell me you're pregnant. Like Demi wouldn't like that very much, I'm sure. So I didn't like that.
And like, last but not least, Miranda.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
It wasn't really in the show. Like, she's just kind of there. Like,
she was like kind of like the middle ground for like everyone to like turn to. And be like, oh, here's how I'm feeling about everyone else. And then like have them like talk to her about it. But like at first I kind of was like iffy about her, because I was like, now you're trying to lie on Taylor's name when you know what you did. But then she finally admitted it, and I was like, so stop like acting like she lied. She said exactly what y'all did.
At first like, she was like, all we did was kiss one time. And then finally she was like, there was more. But how hard was that?
So like, girl, she didn't lie. And maybe she told your business online, but like, she didn't lie.
There was no lie. So stop saying she's lying and go on this campaign to prove that Taylor's a liar when she was telling the truth. So she was just kind of like there. But there were, of course, shocking moments. One of the most that really stand out to me, Layla, dear honey, sweetie, when we go to a burlesque show, do you remember?
Oh my God,
the girl pulls a joint out of her okay, first of all, they go to a burlesque show and they're like, oh my God, this is so like vulgar. Like I didn't, I'm like, what did we think burlesque is, babe, honey?
Like basically stripping, but more tasteful.
Yeah, they're still naked.
Yeah.
That's what burlesque is, but they were so shocked. One of the burlesque dancers, fully naked, pulls a joint out of her. Layla smokes it. And then first of all, takes one hit of a joint. Hours later is like, I think I'm high. That's why I'm not. I was like, babe,
but
you
also
took
like
one hit 4 hours ago out of a burlesque dancer's sweaty. No.
But also like Layla talks about doing edibles and wanting to do edibles with her like boyfriend.
Yes.
So I'm like, girl, you know how this works.
Yeah, you know the tea. You know that one little hit of this isn't going to be anything compared to your little edibles.
Yeah.
Which that was literally insane. And there were just, of course, honorable mentions like just the fact that they do ketamine therapy. I just every time they talk about it, I'm like, so we can't have
coffee,
1 cup of coffee, but we can do ketamine therapy and a joint out of a stripper's and like what else? They had champagne in the last episode. I was like, Demi was like, I've never tried it before, and then I'm like, just like literally what is going on?
I just like don't even know.
Yeah, it was the show. Of course, insane.
Yeah,
the girls. It's just interesting watching Mormons. Just exist and like especially more normal mainstream Mormons. But it's just like. The whole religion is a cult. I'm sorry. You're in a cult like no. I have
when they were saying when they were saying like, oh, what they do, like, so they were explaining like how if they get married and get divorced, if they're not unsealed,
oh my God, I saw that,
then like their husband, they will still die being married to their husband technically because they're not unsealed, but then they won't get to be with their kids, something like that.
It's so like if you get married in the temple and you're sealed, like you're saying, when you die and go to heaven, that's who your partner is. So even if you divorce them and marry someone else in the afterlife, you're sealed to this person forever. So you can never, it doesn't matter if you divorce them in their heaven. You have to be
unsealed through the temple or something like that. And if you don't do that, then you like will not, you'll be with them in the afterlife. And then I think
tell me who I'm going to be with in the afterlife.
And then I also think it's like something as well with their kids. Like if they're unsealed from that person, then they won't technically be with their kids in the afterlife or something. I saw this video about it.
But I bet the man can do whatever the fuck they want.
And Jesse was saying like, if my ex-husband will get to have multiple wives in his afterlife if he's married, divorced, and then sealed and like unsealed from people.
So they can get sealed multiple times.
Yeah. So they can have multiple wives in the afterlife. And if they don't get unsealed, then they'll have multiple wives.
No.
Yeah.
No. And Mormon, it's so like sexist. It's so racist. I have so many problems with Mormonism, Christianity in general, but Mormonism in specific because
and
it's literally a cult. Joseph Smith was literally like, I found these things and I wrote this book. And then it comes like,
hello.
And then like, I don't know if I watched a documentary on this, but like apparently a few years ago, someone forged these like Mormon documents and it was like, basically they came from this lizard who, it was like this insane story. The whole Mormon church almost split over it because they were like, oh my God, we found these ancient artifacts that completely disprove everything. The guy faked it. The guy faked all of it. Like it's just all made up. Joseph Smith was just like, I'm going to start this religion and it's based on sexism and racism. It's just like not okay at all.
And like when they were talking about like, they were saying like the prayer that they say at women's.
Girl. That was frightening.
They were like, it really does sound like we're in a cult. Mm-hmm. The cult is coming from inside the house.
Yeah, babe. I was like, if it sounds like it,
you might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that. It honestly, like the season to me was really good. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was interesting. Like again, like I said in the beginning, that we didn't get to see them live their Mormon lives.
Yeah, definitely not as much.
Yeah,
especially season 1. Whitney was like, I'm gonna become a trad wife and live on a farm, and like, we are gonna go to baptism, and here's us at church, and we need to pray together. Like, that was not season 2, babe.
No, season 2 was very like, it was giving raunchy, it was giving drama, it was giving
joints out of. It was giving
the lingerie
ketamine,
party,
the orgasm party.
Yes.
Which Layla, sweetie, honey, angel, sweetie, Has she had an orgasm since?
I think by the end, she's like, I had an orgasm. Yes.
No, honey. Like, babe.
No.
We gotta have an orgasm. Yeah. We can't be 25 with no orgasm, I fear.
Well, no, I'm different because I know how to give myself one.
Like, she was like, I've never had one, was her thing. I've never had one.
Yeah.
Girl. We gotta get down there and start we gotta start like ruffling the feathers a little bit. We gotta see, because you can't tell a man what to do if you don't even know what feels good or what to do. Or
also, to fully okay, I'm gonna expose myself. For me, not having any penetration at all and I can give myself an orgasm versus you being with a real life person
having actual real sex,
fucking, and no, that's not okay with me.
And no, like never.
No, that's not okay with me. That's not okay with me.
Never made you orgasm?
That's not okay with me.
No, I know I'm a man and it's like different, but I'm like, every situation, both people need to be like pleasure. We need to both be finishing. Like maybe an odd time, I'm kind of like, I don't need to do all that. I enjoyed this, but I don't need to do all that. But like, most of the time, both people need to be like, to and like completion.
Half the time it is the man's fault because sometimes they don't give a fuck.
I'm thinking like 99.
Yeah, like most of the time it's a man's fault because they don't give a fuck.
Yes.
But like also you have to know like how to advocate for yourself.
Yeah, like if you've never even made yourself do that, how would you know how to like tell, give someone else like pointers? Like maybe try this motion or this, I just, girl. But I'm happy for you. Let's give it up for Layla and her orgasm. Woo!
Slay queen.
And I hope you're all out there having orgasms and drinking coffee and not being disgusting, horrible friends.
Yeah, honestly, great season. I'm pretty sure season 3 is coming out way quicker. Moving forward, we're gonna be. I mean, even this one came out kind of quick comparatively to the others. So I'm sure we'll have a season 3 here soon that we'll talk about with you guys. Yeah, I'm so excited. And let us know what you thought.
Yes, give us your thoughts, any highlights we missed. If you completely disagree with us, then take your comment and type it out and then
delete it.
Because I don't literally care what you think. No, I'm just kidding. We care. Even if you disagree with us, let us know. But a lot to unpack. The Mormons are crazy out there in Utah. Utah is a scary place. Have you been to Utah?
No.
Frightened. We tried to find a coffee shop one time.
Yeah, you've been to Utah?
That's where I got Eleanor.
Oh my God, that's
born and raised.
That's
Provo, to be specific. It was really a scary place.
No way.
It's like a fever dream. Like there's no coffee shops. There's no it was like the weekend and we were like, oh, let's grab some coffee. No coffee. Like Trump signs everywhere. It was frightening.
No.
And maybe that's telling of Eleanor. She's from Provo, Utah, to be specific. She was definitely from the Mormons.
Yeah.
When I met them, I was like,
that makes sense.
It was like a giving sister wives situation.
Oh my God.
But Utah is a scary place. And more Mom Talk girlies, if you want to come on the pod and discuss the things that we've talked about, our DMs are open, which they were posting like clips of people's podcasts on the show. I was like, where's the clip of us talking about? We talked about it on the pod. Where's our clip? Where's our clip? So Hulu, include us in season 3, please.
Yeah, reach out to us. We will
give you the rights
to our clips
for a small fee.
Yeah.
But our management will kind of deal with that.
Yeah.
So
our management.
This is our manager. But let us know your thoughts. And is that everything?
I think that's everything. That's Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 2.
Season 2. That's a wrap. Demi.
No, literally. Go fuck yourself, I think.
Quite literally. And I hope she's going to be in season 3.
Obviously.
Do you think she's going to deny a check?
No.
Yeah, right.
Clearly, she's all about money because she's ready to sell her friend out to get more money. So that's
happy
crazy.
That you have money and no friends.
Yeah.
What a great life you live.
Yeah.
Awesome. But we love you guys.
And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love ya.